Where's that noise coming from? What is going on? Hey, Mr. Rodriguez. It's time to start the Mr. Rodriguez show. It's time to start the Mr. Rodriguez show. Oh no! Hey, welcome there, second grade. Welcome back to the Mr. Rodriguez show. I'm Mr. Rodriguez. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, the craziness that it's been so far this week. Just remember, I just want to remind a couple people about the rules of the virtual art room. First, I know it's fun to have a changed background, but we can't do that. It's too much of a distraction and it causes too much side conversations where I'm not able to talk when people are not able to share out other things either. Please remember to have your microphone muted when you come into the Google Meet, because every little bang that goes on in the background, it can be heard. Everybody can hear it, and it interrupts when people are talking. So please make sure to have your microphone muted. So remember, every little project, we go to a different place in the world. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop on a plane, fly across the old Pacific, and we're gonna go to Russia. Now, Russia, a couple of interesting facts about Russia. Russia is the largest country in the world, not most populated. As far as how many people live there, there's a lot of people that live there, don't get me wrong. But there are, as far as land mass, as much of it takes up of the earth, Russia is the largest country. It's so large it spans into the continent of Asia, into Europe. That's how big it is. That's pretty big. So we're going to talk about kind of a thing that, kind of a toy, you would say. It's a toy. You've probably seen these at, maybe your grandma's house. I know when I was a kid, I saw these at my grandma's house. We're going to talk about Russian nesting dolls. Now again, you've probably seen Russian nesting dolls in different places like grandma's house or maybe your aunt's house, or maybe you have a set at your house too. But the interesting thing about them is they're actually toys that fit inside each other. So there's a little small one that, you can put it inside another one and another one until you have the big one. But if you really look at a lot of these, a lot of them have a connecting theme. A theme that connects the biggest one to the smallest one. Now we're going to look at some pictures here of some old ones from, Russia, some old Russian toy ones. And you can see that there's a connecting theme through all of these. A lot of them symbolize, growing as a human, growing as a person from being a child to being an adult. Some of them represent generations, here's grandma, here's mom, here's daughter, here's, daughter. And so they all have that connecting theme. Do you have to stay in the family like that? Do you have to keep a family theme to it or a growth theme? No. Today you can find Russian nesting dolls for about any genre. And so of course, I'm gonna pop this bad boy up there. This is an example of modern day Russian nesting doll, but obviously it has to do with Star Wars. And you can see, connecting theme right here, the smallest goes to the biggest. It doesn't talk about, it's not so much about the smallest guy to the biggest guy. You grow up, you get to be, them. But this also incorporates just a common theme. These are all characters, villains of Star Wars that are on, they're on the dark side. What we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a set of Russian nesting dolls using pencil, Sharpie, and colored pencil. You're gonna draw it in your sketchbook, so make sure you have your sketchbook handy. And all right, let's go to the drawing table. All right, here we are at the drawing table here, and we are going to begin drawing our Russian nesting dolls. Now, for our Russian nesting dolls, I want us to have at least 4 that fit on our paper here. I have my sketchbook in a landscape style, not this way, landscape style. I'm gonna draw my biggest one over here, and I'm gonna have my smallest one be over here. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I want all of them to kind of sit on the same space right here. Like, I don't want one up here and one up there and da-da-da-da. So I'm gonna draw just a big circle like this. I'm gonna draw it lightly because I'm gonna kind of erase a little bit of it. So I have a big circle right here, and then making sure that it's in the same spot, I'm just gonna sketch a little line so they all rest on the same space. I'm gonna make another circle over here that is just slightly smaller. Slightly smaller, just like that. Go in here, make another one that's even smaller. And then another one that's even smaller. All right, and then these are going to be the bottom of our Russian nesting dolls. These are going to be the bottom ends of them. So now we need to make the top parts right here. So I'm going to make a smaller circle than this that's going to sit right on top of here. And it's going to look like I'm making a big 8 right here, just like that. Okay. As I move over here, I'm going to make one now. Same thing, but it's going to be smaller because they get smaller as they go this way. And then smaller. And then smaller. Now I'm going to go back to this tallest one right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a thick line that goes around both of these shapes. Now watch how I do this. So this thick line is going to go down like right about here, but I'm going to hop off, come here, go around, come back up, just like that. Start up here, go down, go back up. Same thing right here. So kind of looks like we got a bunch of avocado. Kind of looks like we have a bunch of avocados right here. So now I'm going to think of my overall theme. Now remember, we saw examples of growth, like growing as a human. We saw family, kind of a generational thing. We saw Star Wars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do a Batman one. Kind of connecting theme with Batman here. Now the trick with Russian nesting dolls is you have to stay within this shape. I can't go off this shape. It's kind of warped a little bit. And so I have to kind of do some problem solving in how to stay in these shapes. So if I'm drawing Batman, well, there's a couple things I need to show that it's Batman. So I'm going to draw Batman's mouth right here. Just like that. And just like that. I'm going to do his ears, and his ears are going to be warped like that too. Okay? Kind of the horns that are up top. They're not horns, the ears. Okay. Now I'm going to draw his cape. And come down and kind of wrap this way so it continues to kind of warp with it. Okay. Good old bat signal right here. Bat symbol, not signal. You know, I used to spend hours and hours when I was a kid just drawing and trying to figure out how to draw the bat signal. Okay, got his belt right here. I'm styling this one after Michael Keaton's Batman, 1989. If you haven't seen that one, you're missing out on the best Batman ever right there. Okay. So, kind of have my kind of warped Batman right there. So now I'm going to think, okay, what else am I going to do? How else am I going to connect to this? Okay, maybe this one will be Robin. So I need to connect all of them So they're one central theme right there. Robin's hair. There. This. Cape that goes down. Got our Robin symbol right there. Belt. Utility belt. Okay, I got Robin. Again, it's conformed, it's warped, it's kind of sitting in one spot right here. I'm gonna keep thinking of my connecting pieces. Who else? Maybe I'll do the Joker right here. Maybe I'll do Penguin right here. Maybe I'll do Batgirl right here and Commissioner Gordon over here. Keeping one central theme for it. Remember, Russian nesting dolls. I want a connecting theme. I want 4 of them on your paper and drawn in pencil. Remember, they have to stay in the shape. You can't break outside of that avocado shape because all Russian nesting dolls are conformed to that shape. So I'm excited. Get to work.